type of thing. And in some cases, women, unfortunately. And so when we can't have those things, we pout. And as kids, we had to deal with having somebody say no. And so it's that fear of that no, as for men. So we haven't matured in those areas of our lives that we face in fear. So we tend to just back out, we lie, we do whatever the case may be to preserve ourselves, per se. And like I said, because sometimes it's because they love the other person and they don't want to hurt them or whatever the case may be. But when you mature in that situation, you tend to start telling the truth more often, and you find ways of being able to tell the truth to where, it doesn't hurt as bad to the person. You respect that person more by telling them the truth. And the more and more you tell the truth, it becomes easier and easier and easier with practice. And so you build that confidence in that thing. And until you get to that point with everything in your life, you always have them to work on. So, and we all have to go through that situation. So, but men tend to do that a lot that I have experienced. And once again, I hate to speak in generalities, but that's kind of the situation that I have experienced with most men that I've talked to in these situations, as well as myself. We tend to want to run to that little kid inside, and that fear just steps in. And so once you get over that part and mature in that area of your life, you're able to be more truthful and be more forthcoming and just be more honest with who you are. And they either have to accept you or they don't accept you. That's kind of what it gets to.
So let me ask you a question, Ralph. So you have male friends and everything, like did you have like a friend who was married and he cheated on his wife, and
Yeah.
he say why he did it? Like, what's the reason?
Yes. So that's kind of funny you asked that, because different reasons why people cheat. I'm not no psychologist nor doctor, but I can tell you why. Some of the
Right.
experience I've heard and experienced myself. So I do have a friend, and he's actually currently cheating. He has a girlfriend. And the reason why is because his wife doesn't provide any sensual or sexual pleasure to him on a regular basis. Once every 2-3 months is kind of where she's at in her life because of her age, because of her medical condition, because of her self-consciousness of being overweight and not being happy with her body, and other reasons that he mentioned to me. And so with that being said, he has made mention to her that, he is requiring more sex, he's requiring more intimacy, and she has not even tried to explore other options to please him in that way. So he fell upon an opportunity. I hate to say it that way, but yeah. And it was somebody he had just recently met, and it kicked off. And so their relationship has just been strictly sexual, and they're both happy with that situation. And I'm talking about him and his
His
side,
wife is happy with that situation.
him and his side girlfriend. They are happy in that situation. His wife doesn't know anything about it.
Okay.
Um, but that's the reason why he's doing it, you know. And for
So,
me,
so for you, if that's what some people are doing, do you think that's acceptable?
of course not. Of course not. It's never acceptable to portray. I'm gonna have to say that up front.
Okay, so let me stop right there,
Go ahead.
because I want to say this. It isn't acceptable. It isn't. I know plenty of women that is in that same position. I have I have aunts that is in that same position. Their husband has been out of commission for a long time. They don't even know nothing else. I mean, at their 80s and 70s, now they want to talk about the plastic stuff. Please go and sit down. You ain't getting no plastic stuff. You don't waited too long. I had an aunt who called me and
Goodness.
said, Tina, do you think you could get me one of those plastic stuff? I said, what plastic stuff? Well, you know, the ones who make you feel good. No, no. When you know your uncle been out a date for a long time. I know, but that's what you signed up for.
But what is
See,
the answer to that? What is the answer to that? Sacrifice
so
completely.
but that's what I'm
But
saying.
the thing about it is,
See, wait, Andrea.
see, well, that's where me and you
Andrea,
disagree. That's where me and you disagree.
wait,
You know?
wait.
Okay, okay.
So, see, that's what I'm saying. When you say I do, you don't know what you're signing up for. You understand me? You don't know what is going to happen to that person, but you made a vow to that person and to God, and in sickness or in health, whatever the case might be, that vow, you're not supposed to step out that vow for any reason. But at the end of the day, everybody has needs. Everybody has,
Mhm.
right? But I just think you need to sit down and talk with that person and just say, look, I will be here for you. I will make sure I take care of you, but I have needs. I'm a very open person. And if something going on, I will sit down and I will talk to you about it, or I will let you know. Now, if you want to talk about it, fine. If you don't, that's fine. But at the end of the day, you got to understand that that other person who's just laying there and that needs your love and your attention, your affection, because you've given a part of you to someone else, that is no longer going to be for her anymore or for him. It's going to be for the person that you're stepping out with and giving it to.
But wait, I
Rob,
thought we were talking
Rob, you better
about
take that picture off your wall and bring it over here, because
plastic stuff.
ain't no way we gonna be shouting the same pictures.
What? You have the same picture?
You see my
Yeah,
picture?
just like different colors, but basically the same, the same. Yeah, see there?
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, but this ain't no connection. Let's stay focused.
But we're talking about plastic stuff and not other people. So here's the question, because I actually disagree as
Exactly.
well. So if your spouse cannot
Exactly.
function or satisfy you sexually, what is wrong with having plastic stuff, how you put it, to satisfy you? Because if they're not even trying, or they're not even, seeking ways to please you in that way, how do you deal with that? You don't just hold back. You have to have that release at some point. That's just kind of how humans are.
You better
So is that
be like
cheating?
Paul. You better go sit in jail and keep praying to God.
So okay, so you
No,
consider it cheating.
I don't. I disagree, Tina. Well, the thing about it is, I'm not saying like to divorce your spouse, but at least she could meet him halfway. You understand? Because like we learned already that men need sex. Like women need security, men need sex. That's a need. Straight up, just
But
like
that's
how
why
you
it
need it
should be
because
a
I
talk.
need it.
But that's why it should be a talk.
But
We passed the talk.
I'm not saying that I agree with him stepping out on his marriage, but he did talk to him and say, listen, this
Mhm.
ain't working for me. I need more. You understand? You understand? Now, like they could do something else or whatever the case might be, but like in your auntie case where your dad, where your uncle can't do nothing, if she want to get her little toys, let her get her little toys.
She ain't getting no little toys, Andrea. Wardy made no plastic vagina, and this is for grown people.
Mhm.
Well, he didn't make a plastic vagina, but he sure did give someone the know how to.
I know where you're going with that. She is cracking up. Well, I will commend
Andrea,
you.
we are definitely going into praise and worship when we finish.
I will commend you, Tina, for your way of thinking, because it does take a lot of discipline, and it takes a lot of working out and stress relief to kind of, keep your mind away from that idea, because it can become overwhelming.
I'm not gonna lie. It does take a lot. That's why,
Yeah, it does.
look, for my relationships, I can be honest. I do pray to God that any relationship I go in, I used to pray, please let him have the nature of what you give him, because I didn't know the person that I was after. I went through some stuff, but I already know when I really got into loving and feeling that, having that feeling, I already knew what I wanted. So men know what they want, women know what they want. And so,
Not all.
I know.
A lot
I
of
agree.
women, unfortunately, Tina, men know what they want, men know what they need. But a lot of us as women, we don't know because a lot of us wasn't taught. I mean, like some women, they never even had an orgasm before, so they don't even know what that feels like or whatever the case might be. You understand?
Mhm.
Drink your wine, because this is an adult conversation.
That's it. And it's true. It's facts what you're saying. It's facts. That's facts.
You understand? So the thing about it is with women, they just need to explore their body. Okay, for a woman to explore her body. Like you say, you know what you want. You're supposed to know what you want as a woman. You understand? You ain't violating yourself or whatever the case might be. Like I say, the bed is undefiled.
Mhm.
You understand? You got to keep it. You got to keep it real. You got to keep it up to date. You got to keep it what hype or whatever the word is I'm looking for. But you got to keep it interesting.
y'all gotta
You
get a
know?
hold.
Mhm.
I'm telling you, even to the last minute, I think that was the bomb always between us, the bomb. I ain't gonna lie. That was the bomb.
Yeah.
I would buy so much the negligees and stuff. I don't see where I just wasted all my money, but you know, like I said, you have to have that talk. This
Yeah.
marriage thing is a really serious thing. And I remember Dr. Miles Monroe talking about the hurt and the soul being a soul tie and connection. That's when I really got it. And it's a tearing away of yourself because you
Yeah.
are hooked to that person. You can imagine people who have been together for so long and
Mhm.
the things that they have to go through. When I say I had panic attacks where I had to hold my chest and crawl myself to the back door, that's how bad it was. That's how bad it was. I remember even trying to hurt myself, but
Yeah.
that's how deep it goes.
Yeah.
So have the conversations. I mean, men, seriously, if a woman, if you have someone who is going to give you that space and give you that room for you to open up yourself, please do it. Please do it. I mean, I had a mother, she taught me so much. I didn't know if she was a killer, if she was a beater, or she was just a sexual, like she would teach us stuff. And I mean, I remember my friends used to come around, they'd be like, I love your mother. She's so open. And I find myself being the same way.
Open just like her.
Yeah.
Just like her.
So, okay, Andrea.
Raw, just like her. You want it raw? That's Tina.
So so having those conversations are so important. And I must say, just like how Andrea said, you gotta keep it spicy in the bedroom. You
Yeah.
have to.
So
Spice.
you definitely dropped a bomb.
For me, I did. For me, I did, but I did my best to keep my body together because I was already that type of person. I know my body, I know myself, and working out and looking good for me in a simple way was good. So I know if I did that for me, I want to do that for my spouse also. But at the end of the day, um, I would say this: if that person's mind is already made up to
Yeah. Nothing you can
do the
do.
things that they have to do, but it's something else. If you're doing everything in the bedroom and that's okay, but something else isn't satisfying them, it's a different need that they're not saying that they need from you, but they're gonna go and get it from someone else because
Yeah.
they're gonna express it to someone else, and that's just what men do. I know because I was like, why you just can't talk to me? What
Mhm.
make you want to go over there to her? Well, she listened to me about myself.
Mhm.
Well,
Mhm.
I listen too. I mean, I ain't got nothing else to
It's
do.
not that.
It's
It's
all
not
right.
that. It's not that at all.
So what
And
is
see,
it?
That's what I was saying
So
earlier
what
about
it say?
about the trust. See, they don't feel they can trust you with certain things, so they tend to not share. And I'm speaking from my point of view as well. When you have been, when that thing, your flaw has been addressed in a way where it's attacking you, you don't want to share that thing no more. So you tend to start backing out with information further and further. And so the new person comes along and you're trying to build trust. So you're share a little bit more because you feel you have a little something more in common with them. You're trying to gain their interest. You're trying to, if I will, get them in bed. So they will share a little bit more because the trust hasn't been betrayed yet. You understand what I'm saying? So for men, I know for a fact, we desire loyalty. We desire trust. We have to have those things.
And respect.
And we definitely have to have sex. So those things have to be in place in order for us to even be who we are. Otherwise, we wearing masks. We trying to just be who you want us to be. You see what I'm saying? So that's a real thing. Like you
That
asking,
is so
why don't you talk to
weird.
me? Yeah, why don't you talk to
Yeah,
me?
it
But I'm talking to you, but you didn't already attack me with this, so I don't want to talk to you about it no more. So I'm gonna go to the
Shut
other
down.
person. You see?
Shut down.
Yeah, that's real.
So,
That's real.
so when something like that happens, like how is that repaired? Like, how do you get back that trust, like that you felt was like broken?
I'll just say this. I don't know there's an answer to that, but I will say this. At any point in time, if you know your spouse as a man and you know he is sharing from his heart, do never mock him, never attack him with it, never bring it up to try to hurt him with it, because he will never share that with you again.
Yeah.
If he's sharing it from his heart, do not bring it up in a way where it's going to hurt him.
Right.
Always use that part of it to nurture, like you're supposed to do as a female, like you're nurturer. So nurture that thing. Don't attack him with it, because he won't trust you no more with that thing. That's just it. That's why we love our mama so much, because mama don't attack you with it. She already knew who you are. So she'll nurture that thing. She's like, baby, I know you do this, but I need you to do this. So we get it easy for mama, but for my wife, it's like, no, you try to hurt me with that thing, and you try to expose my weakness. And that's how we see it. That's how we see it. So it's always about building. It's always about building. And, we should be building you guys, and you guys should be building us. It's just that way, and not attacking, because our words are very powerful.
Yeah.
Right.
Especially women, because women honestly have the power to tear down, and I don't think, like, as women, we understand how powerful our voices are, especially with the men in our lives.
Yes.
No.
I totally agree.
And we don't forget. We like computers. We don't forget.
Right.
We keep that data locked in, hidden in somewhere, and we use that, like he says, ammunition, when they come up, Yeah.
You'll even see it with your sons, if you watch your sons very carefully, because y'all know your sons.
My goodness.
So if you use what his flaws, if you use his flaws to hurt, he's not gonna want to share that with you anymore. But if you keep on loving him and nurturing him through that thing, and just talking him through that thing, allowing him to open up and share, he will trust you more and more. He will come to you about more stuff. My mother taught me a whole lot. The first time I had sex, this is so embarrassing, but I talked to my mother about it. And she asked me, the first question was, how did it feel? And I said, huh? I don't know how to answer that question to my mother. You're like, no, how did it feel? I said, I guess it felt good. She said, no. Did you feel a connection? And I'm like, I wasn't thinking about that. But then I started thinking about it later on. I'm like, yeah, I felt some kind of connection, because me and the girl was like girlfriend, boyfriend, high school thing. So, so it's like, I was able to trust her a lot more information, because she didn't come at me attacking me. She said, okay, but this time, you better make sure you got a condom on. You got to make sure you got this. You got to do this. And it's not good for you to be having sex anyway. But I can't stop you, but it's not good for you to be doing that. She came at it with a nurturing way. So then I knew not to do it no more, because it wasn't the right thing to do, period.
Right. Right.
It's all about your approach. And I'm I'm learning that thing with my own children. It's the approach that matters.
Yeah, I'm learning that because
Yes.
mine's already out there. And
Yeah.
then the one thing I tell him, I'll be like, look, I be rough with him with one thing. Don't bring no babies up in there.
Right.
I ain't taking care of none.
Right.
But I tell him, you already have the taste of life.
Hmm.
That cherry already being plucked.
Hmm.
So guess what? I
Mhm.
can't stop you.
Mhm.
I
Hmm.
can't stop you. I say, but I can tell
Yeah.
you one thing. Condoms don't keep you that 100% safe. So at the end of the day, you got to remember where you putting it and how you doing it. And at the
That
end of
part.
the day,
That part.
please consider
Yeah.
your feelings and consider her feelings. Because
Yeah.
younger, I'm gonna be honest, young girls in school, oh, they
Fast.
play that role
They
of,
fast.
oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
look, they would dump you in a split second
Yes. Yes.
and move on to someone else and be like,
Yes.
nigga, I wasn't even checking for you. I mean, y'all,
Yeah.
but I
Mhm.
wasn't even checking for you. But and then when you get into adults, you will see the man, you'll feel it more from the man, but you don't know that when you was younger, that's what you was doing as a young lady. And so for me, I'm open with all of my kids about everything. I'm at the point now, I really don't care if whatever they want to know, whatever I'm telling, I'm asking, I'm saying, because if
Yeah.
they don't hear it from me,
There
they
you
can
go.
hear it from
They
someone
hear
else.
it from
There you
someone
go.
else.
There you
Yeah.
go.
I ain't
Mhm.
sugarcoating nothing. Oh, mommy, I
There
don't
you
want to
go.
hear that. Oh, mommy, I don't want. Why are you
Yeah.
saying that? You don't make that face when your friend's talking about it.
Exactly.
That's
They
right.
say it like
Exactly.
that. Oh, so they do say it.
Mhm.
What are
Mhm.
they saying? Because they're gonna make it sound
Mhm.
real good and enticing to you. But I'm gonna tell
Mhm.
you the penalty would gonna come be the consequences.
Mhm.
The
Mhm.
Yeah.
consequences. And I would hate for my sons. I think the wrongest thing I did was I remember I was looking for my husband one night and I put him in GPS and it took me right to him. And just with so much anger in me, I totally forgot my son was in the car. I ain't gonna lie. So I head over there to the house and this was an apartment building. How did I know right where to go? Guys and girls have that relationship with God every inch of the way in this exposure. God has exposed this man to me, and he led me right to that door because his car was parked all the way down in the back in another parking lot. So he had to been in there somewhere. And God told
Wow.
me go around to the front, and it's going to be door number one. And I went there, I knock on that door. Before I even knock on the door, I heard his voice. And I knock on the door and I said,
Wow.
tell him come out here. And my son was inside the car. I mean, I carry on like a wild woman, but coming back in that
Wow.
car, I was crying, I was screaming, I was banging on the steering wheel. He started crying, and I was like, it's gonna be okay. And the next day, I had to sit and explain to him, I shouldn't have let you see that.
No, 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 no,
Yeah.
no, no, no,
Wait,
no,
wait, hold
no,
on,
no,
hold on, hold on.
no.
To me, I feel like I wounded what he thought was real of a father,
Yeah, no,
right?
no. You
But just listen to what I have to say.
all
But
right?
at the end of the day, a lot of people might not agree, but I'm glad he saw it.
There you
And
go.
I'm glad he saw my
Yeah.
pain. I'm glad he saw my
Yeah.
anger. Because
Yes.
Yeah.
now, while he is out there trying to date, I am
There you
telling
go.
him, look, you remember what happened? Don't do this because one day you don't want this come to your door.
That's right.
And
Yeah.
I said, young
Mhm.
men, they do get hurt. Sometimes their first
Mhm.
love is the one that hurts them. That's why they
Yep.
continue to do the cycle.
The
Because
cycle.
once
Mhm.
that trust was broken from the first one, they feel like no, they can't trust no one else, and they're not going to their parents
Mhm.
or to an adult and say, grandpa, uncle, yeah, she hurt me. I ain't gonna trust them no more. And so they're not expressing that, they're keeping that in, and they growing up with that, and they move forward, and that's
Yeah.
what they're doing until they get hit a real life and they meet up with, they think that's the one, And
Yeah.
now they don't know how to even move forward with that relationship. Should I
Yeah.
trust her enough to say, this is my girlfriend, this is
Mhm.
going to become my wife? I just feel like sometimes young men get caught in a world. But for me, I was hurt that he saw it, but at the end of the day, I was glad that he did, because it
Yeah.
opened a passage for him to see this is how much I was hurt and this could
Yeah.
happen. And I sit down and I explain to him and I talk to him and I talk to all of them about it. So I mean, at the end of the day, you know, we just gotta do what's right. And I think this world is so much broken. I so hate to see so much single mothers out here right now. It's even becoming even more with single fathers. I've been seeing a lot of single fathers with kids now. I have been seeing, and it's growing. The mothers are
Wow.
actually leaving the kids with the father.
Wow. I could never imagine that.
But that's what it is now. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it.
I could I could never leave my children behind.
I'm seeing it. So what I really love, this thing that going all the way. We didn't even say our songs, but I just want to say that um for those who watch this before they get married and those who are going through a separation, divorce, or just in a entanglement with someone, please consider the ways you go, consider your heart, and consider the other person. Do not go out and try to get revenge. Do not try to go out and hurt the other person because of what the other person do. Because at the end of the day, you're still gonna go ahead and cry, and that person's still gonna go back to that other person. I've been through it. I know it too also well. So move forward, try to reconcile with yourself, find yourself again, find that happy place in you, and remember, nobody can make you happy. I dance in my room.
Mhm.
I drink my wine. I watch my movies. My kids say, Mommy, you need friends. No, I don't need no friends. All I need is Jesus, a bottle of wine,
Yeah. No friend.
good. So find yourself and find what you love. Find your passion, find the goals, and find the talents God gave you. God spoke about talents in the Bible, and he gave us talents. He spoke about passion. He gave us passion. And once you find those things in yourself and you find happiness within yourself, that's the only way to go. But please don't mistake it. Marriage is not the white dress, the black suit, and everybody good together in the 3, 4, 5 layer cakes. That's not what the marriage is. Marriage is when everybody
Yeah.
go home and a month
You find
later,
yourself.
tell me who you truly, tell me who you truly are. Tell me what you're truly about. That's what I would say with closing.
Yes.
I will let Andrea say something with closing.
Yeah, I just want to touch like what Tina say, like after all the partying, after all of the vows and the oohs and the ahs, like now it's time to get to work. Like marriage is a lot of work. It is serious. And if you really love who you're with, it's gonna take a lot of hard work, dedication, and communication to make it work. And we're not saying that it's not fixable because some are fixable, you know. So, but for the ones that are not fixable, all I could say to you is get to know God, have a personal relationship with Him because that's the only thing that did it for me.
Ralph, you want to say something? And Andrea, so
Yeah, I'm just definitely on that thing of loving yourself. If you can love yourself and respect yourself, then it becomes easier to love others. So
Yeah,
definitely love yourself and exude that love onto others.
yeah, I love that.
Ralph,
I
before
love
you
it.
go, I have a question for you. I don't Well, I'm gonna ask because I'm a straightforward person. Are you getting a divorce?
Yes,
Okay. Are you willing to open back up to marriage?
definitely.
Okay.
My approach will be different this time, though.
Mm-hmm. And how long were you married?
How long was I married?
Mm-hmm.
6 years.
Mm.
We were together for 19, though. 19.
Wow, that's a
Mhm.
long time.
Long time.
That's a long time. Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm definitely willing to love someone else. I'm open to it because life, this journey for me is not over. And I do not want to
That's
grow
true.
old
That
and
is
alone.
very true.
I want to be with a partner that we are doing things, traveling, seeing the world, building businesses, whatever we need to do to make things better for our children and our grandchildren. So
Right.
to come. So yes, that is the goal.
Andrea, are you
Oh, I love that.
married again?
Would you say, Tina?
Are you open for marriage again? Are you?
Yes. Yes. I feel like I'm ready now.
You ready now? Y'all, Andrea been on the market for a
Yeah.
long time. She gets so much
feel like
cobwebs.
I'm ready now.
It's funny. She is funny.
Look, y'all, look,
Oh my goodness, Tina, what is wrong with you?
look, y'all do
Tawana
know
coming
this lady right here, and let me tell y'all, look, any man, oh, but she's in Canada. So if you want to, she's in Canada, but she's willing to travel. She's willing to travel. Look, she could cook, she could clean, but ooh, you gotta be ready for that mouth. Oh my God. Look, she would tell you like it is, but she know how to hold her place. Trust and believe that. She know how to hold her place. So Andrea said she is open for marriage. And I must say, Andrea, you look very lovely tonight.
Yes.
You hear that? Barry White say yes. I can't even
So
say
Tina, why are you putting me on the spot?
well, what
What are
about
you
you,
trying to
Tina?
sell me?
Well, what about Tina? Is she ready? She haven't answered her question.
close my door.
No, she isn't ready yet.
Mm.
I'm not.
She isn't ready yet.
No, I'm
She
not.
still needs some time. She still needs some time. I know she isn't
Mhm.
ready yet.
I hold a whole lot of time. I'm still waiting on
I've
Denzel
been
Washington.
divorced
And
now.
please, y'all do not sue me for this. I am still
Oh,
hanging on to
Lord.
Denzel Washington. But trust and believe,
Oh,
once them paper
Lord.
spots get signed, yeah, I'm gonna have a line. I know I gonna have that line, but I'm gonna have a line because she gonna be ready. Oh,
Yeah,
God.
yeah.
I said I was ready, but not ready right now.
Say what?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I said I
Yeah.
was ready, but
He
not
said
ready
he
right
was
now.
ready, but not now.
Oh,
Right.
oh yeah. Because
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
really, I asked you that question. Well, y'all like, subscribe, and share. Please share. Y'all come on here, ask questions if y'all want to join. Let me know. So, okay.